Alright, Talos principle. Let's see what happens. I've been having some trouble just started the recording, so I'm monitoring my encoding to make sure I don't fry my thing. Demo? Is it demo? I don't know what the demo does, but I have a feeling it's a demo. Thanks, Chatty, for notifying me I'm playing the Talos principle. Oh, hold on. Alright, got rid of the cursor. That's good. Okay, this is loud. And seems to be struggling a bit. Fuck. I don't know how to fix anymore. Like, at this point, I'm just I'm ready to sit back and say my computer just cannot stream and play games. It's not doable. Which sucks, because this is fun. Alright, give me a second. I don't know what level caching does, but I think that solves problems. Sound options. That seems good. No, I'm still getting problems. I don't know. Ideas? I'm not very, oddly enough, for the amount tech savviness I have, I'm also not very tech savvy. Now, when it comes to actual hardware level stuff, oof. Not used to playing like this.
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my
Sprint!
voice, and know that I am your maker.
No, you're not.
I am called Elohim.
I don't remember this.
Seek me in my temple, if you are worthy.
Am I worthy? Hold on. Keep putting mouse. Up sensitivity. Gonna do raw input. Try mouse smithing. That's a little better. Been such a long time since I've played this. I have played it pretty decent amount of time, so I have a basic understanding of the game. Oh right, can't do that. God, the game actually prevents you from taking things. Hold on. Got this, don't worry. Aha! How's the stream doing, Tech? It's probably having trouble. OBS seems to be struggling a bit. I don't know.
Across this land, I have created
Shut up, I'm
trials
commentating.
for you to overcome. And within each, I have hidden a sigil. It is your purpose to seek these sigils, for thus you will serve the generations to come and attain eternal life.
Forgot about that. Little notes. I suppose I could look for them. I think some of them are player generated, but I'm not 100% certain. They're at least made to appear player defined, and I know that the game actually lets you write messages in certain areas. I just don't remember how to initiate it. So yeah, it's a puzzle game. As you can see, you have little things. In order to progress, you need sigils. It will tell you which sigils are in each area and actually cross them out as you collect them. And you don't always get them in order. So I could do this, and I could do this puzzle. And let's say this sigil could be a part of like level 7. I don't know if there are any like that, but anyways. It's a fun game. I always quit it though. Like it eventually does get boring to me or just overly tedious. I don't know. We'll see how it goes on stream. Okay. That. I have it on PS4 and now I have it on PC, which is how I'm able to stream it. And you know, here's the first sigil I will be collecting. It's very open-ended though. Like you can, if you look at the hub, you can do quite a bit. Or not very choppy. Yeah, I can't do this then. Like I have everything set down. If it's choppy, then best I can hope for is 30 FPS to maybe counter it, but it looks like this might be a game I can't do. Cause yeah, I'm getting encoding overload. All right, what do I do? This is what I get for not having a GPU. I can't afford a GPU, and I couldn't afford a GPU when I put this thing together. Like, I'm out of ideas here. I'm completely out of ideas. Like, my performance settings are set to the lowest. God, I wonder how this game runs it. Oh god, no. Okay. I can't run this game at... I cannot. I can't do 20. I could do 30. I cannot do 20. Change the color. But at this point, there's very little I could do. I just think the game runs fine at 30.
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are the sigils of our name. Each brings you closer to eternity.
I don't like sprint. Sprinting just feels too fast. As you can see, X here. Should also be an X on this side. Alright, well, if I'm not getting any input on how to fix the choppiness, then there's nothing I can do. I'll probably give this about 20 minutes. Yes, it is, and I don't know why. Because I have only dropped the FPS, which is kinda not good because I stream at 60 FPS. So, wondering how that's working. Apparently well. I don't know, but definitely not dropping this to 20. If it keeps doing this though, I am out of ideas. In case anyone was wondering, because I was going to mention this earlier and got interrupted by the game. And now I'm just tired. I didn't stream yesterday because I did not feel good yesterday. Yes, I kind of figured that's what you meant. I think I see what I can do here. So I didn't stream yesterday because I had a really rough day. Damn it. And it would have been much, much worse than today. I did not feel up to streaming. I couldn't do it. Yeah, but why isn't the game capping my GPU? Why is it that dropping it from 60 FPS to 30 FPS does better
Only one more
by this
sigil
much?
is needed.
Also love how you say GPU after I've already said I don't have a GPU. But GPU. And technically the APU acts as the GPU, but no, it does not exist. There's no hardware in this thing. Shoot, hold on. Okay, sprinting is good for something, but I am very concerned by the terribleness of sprinting. Okay. Drop you in here. Okay,
My temple awaits you, child. Go forth.
in all fairness, it's still better than any other APU that I've ever used. Which is all Intel. And Intel does really good integrated graphics. Okay, alright, so game wants me to go in here. Yeah? But I don't want to, because I still have things to do over here. I'm gonna go after these pieces. Screw you, weird voice in the sky.
My child, you do not need to collect all sigils at once. You are free to return to this place whenever you choose.
I believe he's saying that there's still more tutorial to do. However, I say... I say... collect the sigils. Hold on, I'm missing something. Gotta be missing something. You do realize that your computer runs on Intel integrated graphics, right? And that your laptop is more powerful than my desktop. AMD has perfectly fine driver compatibility as long as you aren't using something from before 2016. Alright, this is doable, I just have to figure out how it's doable. Can we just, like, not... hold on. No, how... This is doable. It has to be doable. Maybe it isn't doable. See, you say they aren't very good, but your laptop is more powerful than my desktop. And that is what happens if you suck.
The guardians of this land may harm you, but
don't
do
say.
not resent them, for they are my servants, and they challenge you only so that your faith might be strengthened.
Okay, God. That is your real name. I don't think this is doable. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something to do this puzzle. Which is weird because puzzles are self-contained. How can you be missing something to a self-contained puzzle? Because I'm being dumb and forgetting that these things have a practically infinite range. Don't worry, I've got this. And then I can unlock that thing. Oh, God, I hate that thing. This game reminds me of another puzzle game. Now, what was that game called? It was free on PS Plus a while back. A long while back. What was it? It was the something. This is the puzzle that teaches you, sort of teaches you this, but I think the other puzzle actually teaches this better. As you start to realize that... Why didn't you open? Anyways. It's called something.
You are most diligent. Perhaps this trait will serve you well in times to come.
Was the witness? I'm pretty sure it was, because I'm pretty sure I complained to you how bad that game was. That game flips you off at the end. But as you can see at the top, you get sigils and random orders. Why are you telling me how to solve this? God, that game. This game reminds me of that, except that this game doesn't suck. And sort of actually teaches you. Loading library session. How does the game look, by the way? Everything look and sound good? Oh. I actually tried to type into it like a Linux box. And it just... Lore. I'd imagine I could make things look better if I had a graphics card to handle hardware rendering and to take some of the strain off the CPU. If only. God, things are expensive these days. Hi again, I'm sorry if I was a little odd at the meeting. I know you were nervous, but the truth is that so was I. This may be hard to believe. Okay, that was just me making fun of the fact that I put brakes in weird places sometimes. This may be hard to believe, but you intimidate me. You're so young and you've already accomplished so much. If the situation wasn't so grim, I might even be jealous. A Half-Life reference in there somewhere. There's also something I wanted to clarify. I realize that, nominally speaking, I'm head researcher here. But this is your project, and everyone will respect that, and yes, I know, you're not used to working like this, but as of today, you're in charge. No pressure. Gee, let's do this. I will be reading the lore as I remember to read the lore. Alright, the way I see it, the world doesn't come with a manual. You gotta figure it out for yourself. A bit here, a bit there, put it together, try to make sense of it. I'm pretty sure there is a truth, but that doesn't mean everyone who claims to know it really does. Then again, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. We live in an amazing world, and searching for the truth can be a real adventure. Plus, it's good for the brain. Anyway, just some rambling thoughts from your old man. Don't let this stuff get you down. You're young, you've got loads of time to figure it all out. Love, Dad. Chapter 6, I feel like we skipped 5 chapters. Redacted did not trust them, but they moved with such grace, such nobility, that it was hard not to follow them further into this strange garden of gears and cogs. They led her to a place where the crowns of the brass trees seemed to grow together, forming a kind of chamber strangely reminiscent of a chapel. In the middle of this chamber grew a smaller tree, made of bright blue steel, and upon this tree grew a single golden apple. This apple, the nymphs, hate that word, said in unison, their eyes aglow, confers the gift of deathlessness and true wisdom. Many heroes, and not a few villains, have come to claim it, but all faltered in the final step. For you must know that deathlessness reveals the mortality of the world, and true wisdom its unending folly. Who would take this burden upon themselves? Some say that Heracles F. Load, gazing upon the stars and wept. Yes, hexadecimal. Okay. What are these options? Why am I a robot? Am I supposed to be reading these? Melton Library Assistant is designed primarily to sort and classify data in the library archive. Secondarily, it facilitates user interaction with library resources via an intuitive human language interface. It also provides powerful networking and troubleshooting functions. How do make game run better? I don't really want to offend it. Terminals provide access to the library resource archive. How long has this system been running? The system has been active for 9 years. What's the current status of the library archive? There are 47 million resources in archive, taking up 5 lots of petabytes of disk space. That is approximately the size of 30 billion photos, 7 million minutes of HD video. HD is in 720, 1080. Wait, what level of HD? 4K, 8K, 16K, 32K, 64K, 128K, 128, 256K? The entire internet in 2003. However, the majority of library resources are corrupted or invalid. 10 lots of numbers, gigabytes of uncorrupted resources are indexed. What caused the data corruption? Aggressive data corruption is inevitable in any system over time. Additionally, a large number of inconsistencies were detected during sorting, leading to greater than average data invalidation. Didn't I already ask this? No, I did not. Library resource publishing dates range from the 1st of July 1995 to the 27th of June 23F. Dates got so long we had to switch to hexadecimal to display them. My knowledge is limited to the data in the library archive. You can ask about other topics, but my responses may be limited. I don't think I've ever done this. Like, I don't think I've ever spent this much time at one of the terminals. Standards state that HD is 720p, FHD is 1080p, and UHD is 4K. Okay. But we humans don't specify the difference between all of those in day-to-day conversation. Elohim is the noun for God or God. I did not actually expect that. I should have expected that. I have played this game a grand total of 3 times. And when I say 3 times, I mean starting a save and playing up until I give up, and then starting a new save later on when I forget why I quit the game. Granted, as of owning the game myself, I believe I've only had 1 account, and I gave up. I deleted the game. I got bored of it. I borrowed it from my brother for a bit a long time ago before I had a PS4. That would have been attempt 1. And this is attempt 3. Somehow in all of this time, I did not know this. What am I? You are logged in with a guest account. Oh, it pauses. Oh, good. Sorry. I opened PowerShell. PowerShell does not recognize the who am I command. I think is actually who is, but I don't know. And encoding overload because I opened another app. Where am I? You're currently in a support session with the MLA Human Language Interface module. Your library archive session may be resumed at any time. Are you able to take offense, you pointless contraption? You cannot insult me. Okay, I'm kinda glad I did that. This is the 11th commandment. Thou shalt not insult the MLA Human Language Interface module. You cannot insult me. Alright, I believe that. Oh, I did who is, not who am I. What is the who is command, and why does that pop up in my mind? That is a Linux command, yeah? There's no way. Unless it's unless you have to specify something in particular.
Step into the light, child, and my temple will be revealed to you.
Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin. No. Nope. I refuse. Ooh, I want to poke a sleeping lion. That sounds fun. I don't want to mess with you. Ah. I see. Sprinting just... What? Who is for seeing who owns websites. Hold on, I wonder. Yeah, 'cause I can. I don't think he can get me from over here, which allows me to do this. And move this. I'm probably mixing it up with hacker experience. Granted, Whois was a website specifically for listing common things within the game, but, you know, fun stuff. I don't think I've actually talked about hacker experience on stream. Unsurprisingly, I've never streamed the game. Huh. Again, completely shocked I came up with who is before I came up with who am I. Anyways, I believe I'm done here. Shall I step into the light, child? I shall learn the first doom. Unrelenting force. Boos. And I believe if we step out...
now upon the stones of my temple, whence many gates lead. And know that I have other temples, for my garden is greater than your eye can encompass. And all these worlds I made for you.
Huh. And this is just the first hub. This reminds you of Metroid Prime. Very, very mildly reminiscent of the Metroid Prime landing sequence theme. Right? I think that's right.
Let this be our covenant. These worlds are yours, and you are free to walk amongst them and subdue them.
Can I eat the apple?
But the great tower, there you may not go.
Hold on, how do I get there?
For in the day that you do, you shall surely die.
Well, I must die sometime. How do I get there? I keep looking around for it, but the Great Towel is... The Great Towel! God, the insanity setting in. Great Tower is not visible in this hub. List. Library archive is currently unavailable. While system resources are redirected to handle incoming network messages, use the Access Com Portal command to access network functions. Access Com Portal. Connecting network drives. Error. Network inaccessible. Run MLA troubleshooter. Should be allowed to type. Hello, guest. Is there something you'd like help with today? About. The MLA program is designed to facilitate user interaction. Yeah, I believe we've already read that. I think you'd like help accessing network functions. The most common cause of network problems is holding insufficient account privileges. Please enter the admin password to authenticate your privileges. Wordy, let me in. Admin, God. Checking password. Password incorrect. Trust no one. How many times do I get to try again? Wordy? In order to prevent unauthorized access to admin controls, please take a moment to prove you are not a bot. Loading certification program. Certification program loaded. You will now be asked a series of inputs to cohere with data protection legislation. You must consent to have your responses used to develop a broad psychometric profile. Raw response data will be deleted immediately. Your profile will only be made available to other admins. Generating certification part 1. Part 1 ready for user input. Please complete all fields. Please answer quickly and instinctively. Time is a factor in this assessment. Begin certification program. Hey, Tech, could you do something for me? Could you research the Talos principle? Because I can't remember the specific details. This is what Linux could have been. 3, 2, 1. 1 of 4. 2 plus 2. Answer. 4. Your input has been accepted. What is your subjective reaction to this image? Face. What best describes a person? Talos principle has something to do with giving, I can't remember. It's like giving sentience to machines, right? Like, if you actually understand what the Talos principle is based off of, then it makes the game, it explains the game very well, and I think the game might actually explain itself. You're walking through the park. There's no one around and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him. Sorry. It takes 3 words to remind me of a completely unrelated reference. You're walking through the desert and come across a thirsty traveler. His eyes bulge from slow dehydration. You have water, but you're not sure how far it is to the next oasis. What do? Kill him and collect his blood in a flask for later. Offer half the water. Part 1 of the certification process is now complete. You will receive a notification when Part 2 has been generated. Press any key to exit. Exit. I unlocked things! Oh, hold on. Belay that previous request. Well, maybe not. I'd still go ahead and research the Talos principle. Whether it is true that the Daedric prince of something or other constructed the giant Talos, or as others say, he was the creation of Hephaestus? How do you pronounce words? What we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. We may not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man. I'm pretty sure that the Talos principle has to do with creating robots that behave as humans. I think that's the premise of this game, but I'm probably off. I'd need someone to verify, because I can't. He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tales of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If, then, a machine may have all the properties of a man and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood. Ian McDermott? My first day at the Institute for Applied Nomadics? Don't recognize that. On the day to work, I'm terrified. On the way to work, I'm terrified. What if they don't like me? What if they're all geniuses and I'm a complete buffoon? Maybe they were just kidding about letting me work there. Trembling, I walk in and right at the entrance there's a life-size poster of Jeff Goldblum. What the hell? That sentence perfectly sums up my reaction to this, which is what the hell? Then I get it. Institute of Applied Nomadics. Ian. Dr. Ian Malcolm from the Jurassic Park movies. Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Sarabai... Going with that. Shows up, smiling. We were trying to find a cool acronym back when the Institute was founded, she says. Inan? Iapin? Inapno? It all sounded stupid, but we didn't just want to call it Ian because, well, that's a name. Someone made the joke about calling it Jeff, and it kinda stuck, so we're officially called Ian. But if you hear anyone referring to Jeff, that's our internal name, I guess. I know. Bloody geeks. Could read this out loud. There's a lot of stuff in here that's not readable. Alright, let's see. Note 1. Ampersand, / novel's first sentence. She woke up in an impossible place, knowing nothing. Signifies more than the beginning of another amnesia-based mystery, though we should not go so far as to read the entire work as allegory. Rather, while taking the science-fictional novice at the core of the narrative at face value, we should / %10 %10 / end of paragraph. Note 2. Having no inherent knowledge of the nature of the world, forced to rely on what we are told by others and what our own subjective, flawed, limited senses tell us. 54, 72, 75, 74, 68, 20, 77, 61, 73, 20, 74, 68, 65, 20, 6F, 60... Wait. That sounds familiar. 6E, 6C, 79, 20, 64, 61, 75, 67, 68, 74, 65, 72, 26F, 66, 20, 54, 69, 60, 65, 2E, social reality, belief, and objective reality, matter, come into conflict. Note 3. I should really have a Python interpreter open on the side here. Just to run some data through it, you know. There's meaning in those. 20 is space, yeah. Actually, I might be able to do this. If I recall my ASCII table, 54 is a letter, 72 is a letter, 75 is a letter, 74 is a letter, 68 is a letter, 20 is space. Am I helping at all? Note number 3. When in Chapter 16, A Second Awakening in the Kingdom of Artemis, the protagonist questions her mentor on the /////. Note 4. A more meaningful interpretation can only be achieved through synthesis of... blank. Ian McDermott? Oops. I have a journal? Oh my god. I have played this game 3 times, and I only just now learned of the journal. So... open. So many things to explore. Well, let's go grab what appears to be another piece to A. Yeah, you are not an admin. Would you like to become an admin? Should be a fun one. There's something I must... oh, hold on. I need to do this first. And then I believe I can do that. And then I can do this. Yep. Having solved these before, I'm
Good.
sure that
You
it's
are learning,
easier.
as is your purpose. But your choices must be your own. Therefore, I will not guide you.
Okay, God.
Unless it is necessary.
Okay, God. Or whatever you are, to believe you are a god. The door is locked. But I wish to be behind the door. Look, so much to explore. This... look at this beauty.
Beginning were the words.
Okay, I can't swim. What does the star mean? I can't remember. Again, been long enough. I don't remember much of it, but I remember bits and pieces. So much to see and explore. This should... I think there are collectibles here too, but I might be mixing up my games now. At least it isn't the Witness. I swear there were audio recordings though, that you could stumble upon. Probably wrong. Okay. Buzzing noise. And the developers created such a beautiful world. Look at this. Now imagine it in a higher resolution because your computer doesn't suck. Ah, yes. Found something.
When I was a little girl, one of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to make a time capsule, write letters to the future, so one day we could remember what it was like to be children. I thought it was stupid, so I didn't do it, which I really regret. So, I guess I'm gonna make one now. Bury it in the archive instead of under a tree. I don't know if anybody will ever find it, but somehow it seems important to keep talking, to keep thinking, for as long as I can.
Interesting. I was right. There are hidden recordings. Am I? Attention, part 2 of the certification program. Yes. Part 2 has been designed to test the consistency of some of your outlier responses in the previous round. You'll be presented with a series of statements. Please indicate your agreement where appropriate. Its negative entropy indicates personhood. Microscopic organisms are also person. Sure. A person is under no authority other than that to which they consent. I don't know, I'm just being soft now. The quality of life of persons ought to be maximized. Value is discovered. No, value is assigned. But it would be assigned as a form of discovery. You have to have a reason to give something a value. But value is given, not discovered. Persons deserve the talents they were born into. Neutral? How do you answer that? The liberty of persons ought to be maximized, sure. Value is created. There we go. That's what I said. Thank you. Certification process is now complete. You will receive a notification when your user profile has been generated. I'm an admin now. Cannot load archive. That day I often remember when from sleep I first awaked, and found myself reposed. Under a shade of flowers, much wondering where I was. Whence thither. Brought and how. Arg solutions. All those calm people are driving me mad. Have they all suddenly turned into Buddha or something? Now the world had such reserves of serenity. These latter-day Gautamas are at least being somewhat realistic. You know what's even worse? Those paranoid nutters who are building bunkers and collecting guns. What are you gonna do? Shoot? Redacted? Though I have to admit, the overall response has been much better than I ever anticipated. To the point where I might be moved by the beauty of humanity if I wasn't such a grumpy old fart. This minority of total idiots is really messing up my final days. Anyway, the reason I'm writing is because I refuse to believe in scenarios with absolutely no solutions. If we all put our heads together, we can figure something out. It'll be crazy. Crazy is better than dead. Crazy is what we do best on this planet. Okay. As soon as we figure out how to make cells stop deteriorating. Topic number 3. One day you discover that you are not a human being, but a machine. Am I real? Are we real? This is not a nighttime game. Your life so far was real. No one controlled you or programmed you to behave in some specific way. Your physical and mental capacities are identical to those of an organic human being, but you were created in a lab. I was a clone, completely organic, but grown in a lab. No one except you knows about this. Your family, your friends, they all think you are a regular human being like themselves. They could continue to live your life. You could continue to live your life the way you have before and nothing would change. How do you react? Pay specific attention to these questions. Does your concept of yourself change? Are you the same person you thought you were? Does your understanding of the world itself change? Do you reveal the information to others, or do you keep it to yourself? Why? 1,500 to 2,000 words. The 26th is the final deadline. No extensions will be granted. Submit via email or... I don't know. Man, it's a bit late to be dealing with this insanity. So if I use you... Yeah, it's just going to list. I still don't have access. Must we really? I don't know. Hi. Back? I can physically interact with you. Okay, I'm startled. Alright, let's do... Give me a second. I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way until 11. So I think I'll do like one more puzzle and then call it there. Oh dear. I remember this. This one took me quite a while to figure out. Oh dear. Nope, not yet. Alright. Wait, what do I do? Hold on. Oh my god. Ha! I don't know if that's the intended solution. But it was my solution. Okay, a couple more puzzles, because that didn't take very long. Special bonus somewhere. Can't tell if the documents on the terminals are all that's left from a larger archive, or carefully designed to communicate some hidden truth. I do not want. I can already exit the hub. That's scary. Oh, something here. And I cannot remember what it is. What are the stars? What do they mean? Oh dear. Oh. Hold on, I think I know what the solution is. And I'm an idiot for not solving it correctly. Okay, it's not so much idiocy as it is forgetting the order of events. So it turns out, the gun doesn't shoot the bomb explodes the gun. Which is probably going to come in handy later. But it's not everything for this hub, though. Still. Something. I just don't know what. I don't know where. There's no sign for it that I've seen. But it's on the main sign, and it's not crossed off. Unless the star indicates something else. Which begs the question, what does the star indicate? Yes, it did. I don't know what this place is, and or it seems as anyone else, nothing to do but move forward and note whatever I find. Something strange has come into the world, like a distortion, like something that's not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice speaks within it. That voice is not supposed to be here. Not the work of the designer. We must avoid these abnormalities, or they might spread and undermine the very fabric of our world. I might not be able to do anything with the star yet. It might refer to something that I don't fully understand. I don't remember. No, hold on. I think stars are bonuses, yeah? Okay, I'm tired, so, I'll go back to do bonuses eventually. I want to get this flashing A out of my face, but I'm not going to do this quite yet. Huh, I got it right. Alright, so that takes me to the second hub, I believe. Stars aren't listed on this map. No, okay. Oh, hey, it actually tells you what they go to. There's an importance to unlocking these things, which might be what leads to the star. I think stars are just bonus missions. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for tonight's stream and this game. A little shorter than Horus, but I'm too tired to keep going, so yeah. This game's always fun to start. I just don't know what happens later on to make me lose interest. Aside from the sprint speed being way too fast. Oh, I think I actually prefer medium. Anyway, yeah, I'm not very good at outros. Just kill the recording here.